Hey guys, and welcome back to the Van Build series. If you are new here, my name is Elias. I'm an amateur landscape photographer, and I am building out a 2003 Mercedes Sprinter van. I've completely gutted it. I'm starting from scratch. It's completely refurbished, and this has been my journey as just a normal guy out here, no experience in any of this kind of stuff. And I'm just a guy out here doing it, probably just like you, just a person out there doing it. So if that kind of content interests you, hit the subscribe button. I'm doing the whole Van Build series as a whole, putting it out on YouTube as I go along. Today's a special day because we're done. Last video was the electrical, all done with that. Still waiting on the light switches up top. But today we're going to be covering all of this with the bed frame. And it's something that is finally going to be putting something in here that looks more like a van, you know what I mean? Because you just look at it, it's like, oh nice, you got a nice empty hallway. And now we're going to finally be putting in something in here that we'll be utilizing for a van to sleep in. So I'm very excited about that. Super simple video. We're just going to be building it out of 2x4s. Things I'm going to be using are 2x4s, just dug for 2x4 joist hangers, some half-inch sanded plywood that's going to be on top, bunch of wood screws, and some L brackets we're going to be doing on the bottom to fasten it to the floor. First thing we're going to be doing is installing the 2x4 that goes across here. Plywood's going to sit inside here like so. So we're going to go ahead and get that height, and to get it the same level all the way across, it's going to be kind of tricky because I'm going to be measuring from the floor here up where the bottom of the 2x4 will be. Here it's going to be different obviously because there's a box in the way, so I'm going to take this measurement minus that from this measurement, and that will give me this measurement that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, put the boards in, screw them down, get this thing started. Put it up there. Now we're gonna start that side. I went ahead and marked an inch in on this side, so I know I have a reference point to line it up with this. Made a little mark, start a screw. We're just doing two for now because as you can see, they're not painted. So I'm just going to get all my lengths, all my stuff set, and then I think I'm going to just tack everything together. And then I'll take it apart and we'll go ahead and paint them. All right, got that side done, that side done. Now we're gonna do the two end pieces, the piece going from here, there, and on the other side. So get those in, get them tacked up. So these two horizontal pieces are a little, God, like a 32nd too small. I should have made them a little bit bigger so I can just whack them in there so they would stay, but it's okay, we don't need them to measure because the next piece is going to be the legs. We're going to do 6 legs total. There's going to be 2 support legs back here, 1, 2, and up front we'll have one coming down here, another one right here all the way to the floor, another one all the way to the floor, and one more here. So 6 legs in total. So I'll get the 4 measurements going. These 2 legs don't really matter right now. I can do them later once I get the actual beam painted and installed. I can do those legs at a later time. But I do need the 4 beams across so I can do the in-between beams, get those done. So this is my main focus, is getting the square frame in. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and measure all those, cut them, test fit them just underneath here, and then we'll start painting them. All right, so we got all 4 legs cut, preset, everything's cut now. And now I'm gonna paint them, prime them, paint them up. We're gonna go with black because we're kind of going on white and black kind of theme, so with all the trim work anyways. So I'm gonna paint these black. If I have to shorten anything, I'm not worried about it because I would just take it off the ends on these and they're gonna be covered anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But I just wanted to do this mock-up so I can get these measurements correct, paint them up so I don't have to do any black painting in a white room. Don't wanna do that, so paint these up real quick. It took forever painting. I don't like painting because you have to wait. And there's only so much you can get ready while you're waiting. I hate painting. Everything's painted now. Got my 2 boards up. I'm gonna go ahead and get these boards ran. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this with a pocket screw to get it drilled in and started, and then I'm going to be installing these L brackets on the inside corners of them to give it more support on each stud. And I'll do the same thing on the feet as they sit on the ground. I'll put an L bracket, screw it right into the substrate through the floor. So yeah, let's go and do that. So this last one is the only one that actually sucked. I had to cut a notch for the wire to run through right here, past the wall, the ground wire. I didn't account for this like an idiot, so I had to put it up against it, and now I only have one side of it supporting this beam. So I might, depending on how I get everything done, I might put another support beam right here on this side of it, just to give it a little bit more sturdiness, because I don't really trust just one beam, and this only other beam being this back side. So we will see when we get it. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and screw this into the wall and start connecting my L brackets in each corner and on each foot at the ground right here. All the bed framing is in. I think this is honestly all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave the back open like that. I kind of got on here and just tried moving it like crazy, and I mean, it seems pretty sturdy. I mean, worst case scenario, later I go ahead and put something else back there, but I think this is fine, if I'm being completely honest. I went ahead and hung the joists first and went ahead and screwed those in, cut these pieces, painted them. Again, the painting process has taken forever. I'm not a fan of painting, and it takes so long to just do these stupid boards, just to do like 6 boards. So it definitely puts you back some time. So went ahead and painted all these, just screwed them in, got them all installed. 2 2x4 hanging joist hangers on each one. And out here, the plan is to have some kind of sheeting right here, because there's gonna be a seat slash bench that comes out here. And then this will get some sort of 2x6 or some kind of faceplate that'll come up higher on this side, and that'll create a lip for the bed to slam against. Also, the plan is to cut out the bottom of the 2x6 and have a table that comes out right here, so you can sit on both sides and have a table come out. So that is the plan there. Still a work in progress. Now we need to put the plywood up here. We need to scribe it, because the plywood's going to come out flush to here, make that turn, run the length, make the other turn, and be flush all the way here. It's gonna have to be in 2 pieces, and I'm gonna have to do it on one of these trusses. So I'm probably going to do a small piece first, end it halfway through here, get it all dialed in, get my bigger piece in here, scribe it, cut it, put it in. I'm not gonna paint this. I actually kind of like the way natural wood would look, especially with the sanded plywood I have way in back there. I think the natural wood would look cool against the black. Yeah, let's go ahead and rip that thing open. So I cut the piece out. I measured it from the farthest cut out side to this 2x that runs in here, the center of it, because that's where I want the 2 pieces of wood to meet. And I went ahead and cut it down to length. This is a 4x8, 4x8. I went ahead and cut it about 2 inches past where this is gonna be, just so it's easier to work with. Put a couple screws in it, put it all the way against the wall. So I was gonna scribe this, but honestly, I think I can just get, because it's literally just a 90 cut. This piece right here, when it goes in, it's pretty much just a 90. So I'm actually just gonna pull the measurement and cut it, and if I need to fine tune it, I'll just fine tune it. I'm not really worried about it. So I might round the corner just so it fits in there perfectly. Measure the distance from here to here, transfer it to there, and on both sides, and then we'll push it in. Literally an exact cut of how I need to be. I'm gonna go ahead and put these up, cut this down to size. What I'll do is with my next piece, I'm going to leave it long. What I'll end up doing is putting it against there, scribe it out, cut it, push it on there. I'll lift this up, push this one down, put this one down on top of it, and scribe that line so it fits perfectly together. So let's go do that real quick. Alright, so we screwed this one down so it doesn't move because we gotta get these cuts. I'm going to put this board up here to lay over it. The seam that I want this one on is right here, just so they match up. We're gonna do this. Alright, take it all off. I'll make these cuts, and it should fit perfectly. And then we'll screw it down. Voila. So I went ahead and took measurements on the wall on each way, and I'm going to go ahead and start marking them and screw it down. Alright, we got the bed all screwed down. Super sturdy, got up on there, really like it. Now, the last thing I need to do, and I guess it ties into this, I wasn't really going to do a video on it, but I'm going to do pull-out table right here, and to do that I need a face to create that. It's gonna be like a hidden table kind of deal. What it's gonna do is it's gonna hide flush with, I'm gonna put a 2x6 here, and it's gonna come up and it's gonna be a mattress stop, and it's gonna come down, and it's gonna have the bottom of it is gonna be a hidden face along it, and it's gonna be the handle pull out for the table. So I'm gonna go get the stuff to build the table and see how good I am with woodwork, I guess. Okay, so it's been like a week. This has been the biggest pain in the ass of my life, installing this slide out table. I watched a video on it. Ankeny Van Builds has a really good video on how to do this, and I really like the concept, but I built my trusses underneath the bed the other way, so I had to build out the sides to be able to have some support for the table, but then the table wasn't square, and it was just a pain installing it, and I'm so glad it's finally installed, and it looks okay. So I'm not gonna go over how I did this because Ankeny Van Builds has a great video showing how to do it, and a huge shout out to them because they really helped out with this. I think it's a really good idea to have seats here and a table here for doing stuff. Now, we are going to put this board up here to be, one, the bed stop, so the bed can't slide forward, and two, I'm going to tack it in right here. I'm gonna go behind here and trace a line where this is, and then I'm gonna transfer that to this side and cut out the deal here, and attach it to this, so when this is sitting here, there'll be a cut, and that'll act as the handle to pull the table out. So yeah, I'm using a soft close, and it's really hard to pull this thing out. I think it's gonna be okay. If not, I'll probably install a latch somewhere to where it actually latches into something. But I'm going to put this up right now, tack it in, draw it out, take this back off, take this out, cut this, attach it to this, put this back, done. And with that, we are done. I'm not gonna lie, this again was tough for me. This was, I'm not a carpenter, and getting wood to line up with all the takeoffs, measurements, all that stuff you gotta do for that, and getting it square in a place that is not square, it is very difficult. So this was very hard, but we got it to work. A little snug. Honestly, I'm cool with it. I am completely cool with it. The table is ending up exactly how I want it to be. It has a soft close, locks in. Face is not level, but that is okay. But the bed is now complete. And like most things, this was a lot more difficult than I thought it was gonna be. So we are completely done. I'm stoked on how it came out. It does look nice. That is how I built my bed with a bed stop and built-in slide-out table. So again, shout out to Ankeny Van Builds, Colton, for the table trick. I really like that and it came in handy. So thank you so much for watching. If you are currently building out your van right now and this video helped you at all, please do hit the like button. It does help me out so much in helping to spread the word on just a normal guy building his van out like I'm sure you are a normal person trying to build your van out. If you can, subscribe to the channel if you could, and follow me throughout the van build series. Next is going to be building the seats that go here, which is why I built this table, which is literally what I'm gonna do after I'm done filming this. So that will be the next video in the van series. We're slowly getting there, guys, and I'm very stoked. I really want to take this thing out ASAP. I'm very stoked. So thank you again for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one, and good luck on your own van build. See ya.